Every 40 seconds, someone dies from suicide.
So I just happened to come across this video, and I was wearing this shirt today, so I didn't plan this or stage it or orchestrate it for the purpose of what I'm about to share with you. I certainly don't want to take away from this incredibly important message, because I've had 6 dads, and 2 of my dads have unalived themselves. So mental health is very important to me, and I talk about it a lot in my day-to-day life, as well as on my Sports Deli podcast.
Let's unite together to change this.
You matter.
Stay here.
We have to have hope. We've always had hope.
I've been talking about white quarterbacks in particular coming together for years, some of which are in this video, some are not, and leveraging their platform as white influencers, as white quarterbacks, the most influential players today in any sport, to talk about marginalized communities and issues that are still going on today, in particular in the black and brown community.
Our huddle is not complete without you.
Clearly, we know that the locker room is the great equalizer, and I know they're talking about mental health here, but we are also talking about the fact that the huddle is not and will never be complete until all people are equal.
You matter to all of us.
We want you to stay here with us, please.
You matter.
So I'm going to pose the question, why is it so easy for the majority of the people in this video, white people, to talk about mental health? And again, I don't want to take away from the message, because the message is incredibly important. If you are having a hard day and you're thinking about not wanting to be here anymore, please dial 988, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and somebody will be there to help you, to listen to you, and to do whatever they can to let you know that you're not alone and that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Now, what if all the white people in this video banded together for a very similar message, and instead of saying you matter, they said Black Lives Matter? But we haven't seen that yet since the unaliving of George Floyd. Why is that? I don't know. Why is it so easy for all of these people, the white people in particular, to talk about mental health, but not Black Lives Matter?
Stay here.
We need you.
You matter.
You are worth fighting for.
So again, I'm not trying to be insensitive to what the important message is here about that video, but I just can't for the life of me understand why these same white quarterbacks in particular, because Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich and J.J. Redick and Rex Chapman in particular have spoken out and consistently talked about the inequalities and been anti-racist, which means all you got to do is be conscious and deliberate every day. Just be a vessel and a bridge to try and do more for marginalized communities, in particular the trans community, the LGBTQIA+ community, the black and brown communities, and women in particular, and there's others. It's not that hard, but why will these white quarterbacks never do a video, in particular, about what I just talked about, especially Black Lives Matter? There are still so many inequalities in this country, and I could go on, but why?
Stay here.
You have a purpose.
And you really matter.
Just keep fighting.
It's okay to talk about it.
So here's my call to action to all of the white quarterbacks in this video and others like maybe Tom and Aaron. I'd like to see you do a video about Black Lives Matter, and to talk about how it's been almost 4 years since the unaliving of George Floyd, and we're still nowhere near as where we need to be.
Talk to us, or talk to your family.
Lean on those people that need you.
Stay here.
Stay because you are significant.
Know this.
You are enough.
You're important.
You matter to us. Stay here with us.
And remember,
You are loved.
It was just so easy for you guys to talk about mental health. Why? Because people like Liz Cambage and Meta World Peace and DeMar DeRozan, and yes, Kevin Love, and there have been others, have talked about mental health. Jay Glazer, there's a lot of people that have been open and transparent about mental health, and certainly that helps. But hasn't there been a lot of discussions about the history of the black and brown community? Hasn't there been enough to make you want to do a video about Black Lives Matter?